Good morning. I have a question for you. Would you like to know of a story that will unfold right before your very eyes? Well, actually, it's already recorded, and some of you actually have seen it already. Back in 30 seconds. Good morning. Hi, this is Jan from New York City, and my channel name is Jan from New York City Saves Money. Gotta have a sip of my coffee. How's everybody doing today? Hope that this live show finds everybody doing well, but please don't lose sleep over me. If you happen to be awake and starting your day with a cup of Joe, yeah. If you just happen to be awake, oh well, yeah. But please, whatever you do, don't lose sleep over me because we have a wonderful thing these days called playback. Hope that this show finds everybody doing well. Gotta grab a sip. I'm going to answer that question in a minute. However, I have a question for you. How many of you had the wonderful opportunity to watch Debbie from the How Debbie Saves channel last night? You know, Debbie has been on this channel a number of times, and she has her own channel called How Debbie Saves. Her tips have so much value, it's just not to be believed. If you've never headed over to that channel, I strongly suggest that you get over to that channel as soon as you can. And don't forget to watch last night's show on playback. You have a great opportunity. Oh, by the way, there are a lot of sneaky tricks that our supermarkets play on us, grocery stores, and Debbie talks in depth about that. One of the tips I never in my life associated with, and you'll see my reaction to it, have a story for you. How many of you actually saw my last upload before this live show? The name of that upload, to be precise, is called My Special Surprise. Well, Jan from New York City decided to create an impromptu video that night, and she decided to get into an impish character, a nondescript character that was opening up gifts, or at least checking out gifts. Well, as it turned out, Jan from New York City, in actuality, prior to that, was on a personal phone call and got a whim to do this show, to do this message. And many times I will do certain videos on the fly. I can't be one of those like, oh, I'm boxed into something type person, okay? Sometimes, because I am a creative person, I have to do certain messages as they happen on the fly. So I was on the phone with a personal friend, and I said, I got to go now, because sometimes when you're creative, you get an idea in your head and you want to run with it precisely. Creative people understand what I'm saying. You got to run with that thought like at the exact moment that you run with it. Well, long story short, if you have not seen that video, I strongly suggest you do. It's called My Special Surprise. Basically, a nondescript character is opening or checking out gifts, very happy, because, we're in a materialistic world, and people just like seem to worship things, too many things. And this little video is trying to demonstrate kissing, hugging. This is what people do. We, by nature, we have learned to embrace a lot of material. But at the end of it all comes the real, really important thing. That was not a brand new gift. That at the end was in the family for years. It was used for demonstrative purposes. Just saying. And by the way, before I forget, a couple people asked me regarding unboxing those gifts. Those are personal family gifts to me. Those are not like a friend mail kind of thing. So they're not for public. Those are family gifts to me, and they stay private. But they were actual gifts to me. But here's the thing. I'm on that personal phone call with that friend, and like it was sort of getting like a little too long, the call, because I had to get that video done. So I'm going, I have to go. I have to do this video. I have to do it now. It was kind of late in the day. I'd say it was like near like 10 o'clock that night. So I did it. And here's where timing is everything. At some point, you're going to see a tiny, well, I'll call it for me, in my mind, a little miracle happen. I'm looking at all the gifts, okay, the character. All of a sudden, music comes on, okay? It came upon the midnight clear. There is a clock that displays music once an hour, holiday music, okay? I did not plan for that to happen. That happened at the exact moment in time. And if you look at my face, you will see me reacting in real time, totally unexpectedly. I'm telling you, that was a message to me that that message had to happen. And the reason why I'm mentioning the previous phone call was that if I didn't get off the phone or maybe stay on the phone that length of time, timing is everything in life. That little tiny miracle would not have happened to me, in my honest opinion. So if you have not seen it and have no idea what I'm talking about, please check it out. Okay, because it's a weekday, I'm going to head over to the comments and I have some more points to mention. Please check it out. The video is called My Special Surprise. Okay, let's see who's here. Get the old trusty glasses out. Good morning. Good morning, Becky Benson Bailey. Hi, Jan. Getting up and getting ready for work. All right. Go get him. Good morning, Adam. How are you? How do you do? I'm doing well. How are you today? Good morning, Wanda. How are you? Good morning, everyone, she says. Adam wants to wish, Adam, I want to wish you and everyone viewing a very, very Merry Christmas. How sweet and kind of you to be here. I really appreciate it. So, if anyone has not had an opportunity to check out that video, please get to it. Okay, I mentioned that the gifts are from the family. Oh, by the way, this has nothing to do with gifts. This has to do with tradition. Some people eat a lot of fish the night before Christmas Day out of, tradition, whatever. But, hard times fell upon some people, but they still maybe want to acknowledge at least some sort of fish-like thing. It occurred to me that you could make a fish cake using drained can of tuna or drained can of salmon and incorporate that with my grandma's patty recipe. Yum. If you ever see those stuffed frozen clams, the stuff you buy them, they're already done up. I used to buy them all the time, but I recognize something. While they're adorable and cute, to me, Janet, they are 99% breadcrumb and 1% clam. I said, I could definitely duplicate this idea by incorporating whatever I want to in my grandma's egg bread recipe. And you're going to achieve the same goal at a fraction of the price. Good morning, Michigan lady. How are you? Good morning, country darling. How are you? Nice to see you. Nice to see you, everyone, Michigan lady. Yes, she's saying hello to everyone. Thank you so much. So it occurred to me. Yes, yes, yes. By the way, I have a little bit of good news, and I want to try to mention every single live broadcast. If I possibly could, I want to mention this in my format, a little piece of good news. The good news of this day, it may seem like minutia, but it affects all of us. We started regaining 1 minute of light. Yay! We're going to getting the days longer again. Now, you probably say, well, I didn't notice. Well, at 1 minute gained, you're not going to really notice it. But what I have noticed is that starting in usually about February, like around groundhogish time, you start feeling like, wait a minute, it is a little bit of a longer day. There is a little extra light. So we began the process. Everything starts at the beginning. So we started that. We're on the flip side of gaining light again. Yay, praise light, love light, 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 light. So there. Okay, Adam. Yes, a Polish tradition on Christmas Eve. We have carp fish for supper that day. Yeah, I guess it's just sort of just like some tradition. Italian people do this. I think even sometimes Spanish people do this. I'm not positive, but some people, traditionalists with fish. I am not a huge fish fan by any stretch, unless it's smothered in like a mayonnaise or breadcrumb or something. But even friends of mine that know me personally, I always tell them I can't eat fish that tastes like fish. So they're like, but it's the truth. But I do like it like incorporated, and I'm thinking for even myself. And that's another thing. If you're having a menu for one, you're not going to cook 7 fish. Some people hold the tradition of 7 different fish. Are you going to cook 7 fish for yourself? Hmm. Well, hey, listen, if you're one of those, let me know. If you cook 7 different fish for yourself, let me know. I'm dying to hear that. Let's just say I wouldn't do it. I'm too frugal, I guess. Okay. So that was a good point though about the light. Yeah, 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 yeah. Just say it. Just say it. Okay. Okay, where am I here? My little notes. Oh, okay. Let's talk about leftovers. In fact, tonight, about 7 o'clock, I'm going to throw on a bonus upload. We're going to talk a little bit longer about leftovers, but specifically about holiday, Christmas, whatever. The thing I want to expound upon, on that video tonight is like the idea of planning ahead. Now, next week, okay, tomorrow is Christmas Eve. Tomorrow's Christmas Eve. A week from tomorrow is New Year's Eve. I'll be heading over to Money Mom's channel as a guest at 11 o'clock New York City time, Eastern Standard, whatever. I'm going to be doing that. The last thing Jan from New York City wants to do is drag out pots and pans and make a 7-course meal. Not that night, okay? Because that night I have to rest a little bit because I don't want to be boring. I don't want you to sit there going, oh yeah, hi everybody. No, 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 no. I want to be as sprightly as I am right now. So therefore, the point being, I will incorporate. I don't like calling it leftovers. Who has another word for what people usually call leftovers? Let me know. Okay, I call them recycle, upcycle, reusable. But I don't want to call it that either because somehow it sounds like a machine of some sort. That doesn't sound too appetizing. But so tonight, look forward to, just not a very long video, but a video probably run, I'm not positive the length, probably in about the 3 to 5 minute area with some quick tips because I believe we waste a lot of moolah, a lot of money by not taking advantage. For example, how many of you actually overcook for the holidays? You're like thinking like in terms of feeding an army because you're so used to feeding an army. This year, some of the army has shrunk. Okay, for whatever the reason, the reality is this year, in all probability, the army has shrunk, but our habits have not. Okay, so if our habits have not shrunk, then guess what? The food storage containers need to come out. Okay. So what I'm trying to say is this, anything that I'm making for tomorrow night, Christmas Eve, and in my case, it's very simple. I'm making a big tray of baked ziti and I am dividing it up into like sections for the future. Okay. For example, I'm going to have leftovers from Christmas Eve to Christmas Day. So just heat and eat. The following week will be the frozen entree of that baked ziti, and I can make a fresh salad. 0 cooking on New Year's Eve. That means 0 extra expenses, 0 extra cleanup. You see where I'm going with this? It really pays to get decent quality food storage containers. Oh, and by the way, the ones at the grocery store by that company, I think it has like a blue cover to it. Well, a lot of companies have similar ones. It doesn't have to be any specific company, in my opinion. Invest in those. You'll be saving a small fortune. So what you can do for 2 reasons, so you do not overstuff yourself on the holiday, you can, while the stuff is nice and fresh, everything, whatever you made, let's say you made a baked ziti, let it cool down already before you even dig into it for the actual holiday, take a container out immediately and freeze. Even if it's one of those, wait a minute, I might have one right here. How handy dandy am I? Very. Okay, now, I just happen to have one right here, okay? These are so worth it. I'm sorry. These are so frapping worth it with the cover on it, okay? The sections. I have them already lined up for when I do my cooking because I'm like literally going to stash and save cash. Let your freezer work for you because food in the freezer is money in the bank. Let me get over to the comment section. Okay. Does anyone know how the fish supper tradition started? I would like to know that myself, because there is some sort of association. I think it has to do with certain denominations of Christianity, because of abstinence in their eating at certain holidays of the year. Okay. That's my guess. I don't know that. Thank God for Mr. and Mrs. Google. We could always check that out. Good morning, Olivia. How are you? Human in training. You call leftovers tomorrow's lunch. I like that idea. I like that idea. Don't you feel a weird sense of empowerment? Don't you feel like, hey, you bagged the deal? What I cannot stand to look at, and I bet a lot of people out there agree with me, anybody watching this channel will more than likely agree with me. I cannot stand food waste, especially now. What some people consider waste, garbage, whatever, can't be bothered with, is somebody else's main meal, is somebody else's food festival. Never ever forget that. But besides thinking in extreme terms or just compassionate terms, there are things you can do. And every single saved meal that you have, number one, it's convenient. First of all, especially a holiday meal. It's like you get to recreate the holiday feel all over again. Let's think about that. I cannot stand to see somebody with, let's say, a roast turkey carcass, and there's like so much you can do. And I'm like, no, don't do that. Give it to me and I'll take it home. I'll take that thing off your hands, but don't waste it, because it just makes me sick when I see that. Country darling, we call leftovers reruns. I like that name. Oh, that's so cute. Olivia, I used to, but not anymore. Too much work and not enough pleasure. We are eating what we have and going to have a feast. Oh, absolutely. I'm not saying don't do that. Enjoy it. But I think this specific year, because we are of habit, let's say we're referring to a recipe from 2 years ago. Well, 2 years ago, life was slightly different around here for many people. True or false? Even 1 year ago. Okay. So they're using that recipe, and they're so used to feeding an army, there may not be that army there. And I would hate to see that food go to waste. That's what I'm referring to. This definitely needs another sip. Raise your cup and cheer. Patty, you should feel very, very flattered. Patty from the Life with Patty channel. I have holiday cups. I have specialty mugs. I have this and that. And which one do I keep going back to? My morning pumpkin. It could be St. Patrick's Day, and I'm still drinking out of the morning pumpkin. I guess I'm a nonconformist at heart, right? Wanda, I love having leftovers. It's a meal. I don't have to think about or cook. Eat it that way or transform it. Wanda, you're a person of my heart. Let me agree with you 1,000,000%. I look at that as sort of like takeout. Takeout. You know what I mean? Oh, I want to go to the store and get takeout. To save what? To save time, effort, energy, and whatever. But you're not going to save money on takeout unless you're very careful about what you'll recycle it with. This way, you're saving time, effort, energy. To me, I look at it, it's all how you look at it. Somebody could call it leftover. Somebody could call it recycle. I call it a free meal, even though you paid for it. And what you're doing is you're maximizing your value. So I'm going to go over that stuff in tonight's video. I like the way you look at that. Olivia, say, I like those containers. Say, me too. Me too. Especially as a compartment. Some of them have an even extra one, like if you do the kids' lunches. Kids' school lunches have like an extra. This one just has 2 sections, but I'm not a kid anymore. I'm not taking it to school, so I'm okay with the 2 sections. Adam, in Poland, I think it's a Catholic tradition. Yes. Oh, definitely. That I can attest to. Yes. It is absolutely a Catholic tradition to celebrate with those 7 different fish. That's where I honestly think it originated. Okay. Okay. I like how Olivia says, oh, you know it. Adam, Also, on the same day in the evening after supper, children are looking for the gifts left by Santa under the Christmas tree. Aw, that is so cute. Hey, I have a question for all of us, bigger children out there, like, like beyond 45 years old. Be honest. How many of you on Christmas Eve, the ones that, families acknowledge Santa, how many of you went to bed really early hoping that it's going to force Santa down the chimney faster? Oh, I'm glad this subject came up. It's official. Steve and I, we're going to have our trivia game show. We're going to have our Christmas special live show. It's going to be on Christmas Day, 10:30 a.m. If you can't catch it live, understandable, busy day, you may want to check it out on replay. Okay? Tell others about it. There will be a trivia game. It is going to be good. Yeah. At least 15 questions. Remember, we did a trivia game on Thanksgiving? Going to be a similar format on Christmas Day, 10:30 EST. I'm going to post a reminder for you guys. Tonight will be a 7 o'clock upload. Tomorrow, Janet is taking the day. No upload, no live, but I'll be back with the help of the good Lord on Friday at 10:30. Let's see what else. Adam. Also on the same day in the evening, after supper, children looking for the right. Okay, that is just so cute. Well, anyway, it looks like my time is almost up. I can't even believe how much time went by here. Wow, 21 minutes. Oh, before I forget, why do I always get these afterthoughts right before it's time to go? I could write down 1,000 notes, right? Then all of a sudden, I'll get like a thought like, I'm in the process of creating a name for my morning show. It looks like this show, this format, at this time of day, on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, seems to have some popularity to it. So put it this way, at least for the next couple of weeks, I'm going to continue on to see. And for the next couple of weeks, and maybe the name will stick, I have a couple of ideas in my head. I will give you the official name of the show when it's official. So hopefully it'll be official by the end of the week. Maybe I can mention it on the Christmas Day live show. Does anybody have any questions or comments before I go? Get my glasses on. Can't wait to see Trivia Day. I have to give everybody slight warning. Some of the questions are very challenging. So get your pens ready. You know something? When I first went through these questions, I was like, okay, I'm like, that's the beauty part. And you learn something from it. Because if it's too easy, there's no challenge. What are we learning? Just saying, right? More coffee. Anybody got some great plans today? Oh, by the way, another kernel of happiness for everyone to remember. I want to give you something to take away a thought today, okay? Keep this in mind. Every one of us, we are the CEO of our own lives. Yeah, we are. We make a lot of executive decisions. Now, don't get me wrong. At the end of the day, God makes the final decisions for us. But while we are here and doing our end, the responsible part of our day, we are the CEO. What does CEO mean? Chief Executive Officer. So, a lot of times people love to label things. Oh, that person's a CFO, that person's a CEO. Well, guess what? So are you. So am I. What are you going to do today as the CEO of your day? Are you going to do something special for you? Are you going to put yourself on the back burner? Are you going to maybe sometimes put others up front and then put yourself later, which is okay. I believe there should be a delicate balancing act. But please do not ever forget to take care of yourself. Because if you don't take care of you, there is no possible way that you could help somebody else in the best possible form. Just saying. More comments before I go. Okay, country darling, back to my glasses. It's either that or squint. I'll miss you tomorrow. I will miss you too, but keep in mind tonight, there's a bonus upload at 7 o'clock, okay? And by the way, there's tons of playback. And please, anybody that's new to this channel, if you're interested, I hope you stick around. Consider subscribing. And everyone who enjoys this show, please don't hesitate to smash down the like button, because this platform appreciates the likes, okay? It really, really does. I didn't invent that rule. It just is. Merry Christmas, Olivia. She says, Merry Christmas, Jan. Plan to clean and make some goodies for me and Poppy, our neighbor. How sweet are you? That's so sweet. Aw. Aw. Yes, a country darling. I will try to actually get some rest tomorrow, actually. But I need the rest because I'm going to be cooking that ziti tomorrow. Because I'm not giving myself too much this year, but I want that ziti to come out exactly the way I want to, with my mini meatballs, of course. So this CEO is cooking for family. Hey, that's the best thing you could do ever, right? What a privilege. This CEO is cooking for family tomorrow and cleaning. I'm sure you guys are totally, totally busied out. Well, anyway, I just want to thank everyone for stopping by today. Please sit down and continue your coffee or your tea or your water and kick back. Give yourselves a few minutes to gather your thoughts. And don't forget to smile at someone today. They may need it. They may need it. There may be a day that you may need it back. In the meantime, this has been Jan from New York City. Thank you so much for watching. Why? Because I really do appreciate whose time? Your time. Don't forget to come back tonight for a bonus upload. Mark your calendar for tonight, 7 o'clock my time. Talking about leftovers and what we should do with them. Have a wonderful day, everybody. And I look forward to seeing you on when? Christmas Day! Yay! Yay! Have a what? Great day. Love you all. Love, hugs, and kisses, everybody. Bye-bye.